What is going on? Matthew here with the Maneuver Project. Today, I'm going to talk about my time in India. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. What's up, guys? Matthew here with the Maneuver Project, where we provide travel documentaries and podcasts, including physical, mental, and spiritual. If you're interested in any one of them, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and the bell notification so you will not miss Maneuver. If you're already a subscriber, I thank you so much for your support. Your like and subscription will support the operation of this channel. All right, so back to the video. India is the most populous country in the world, with the population of 1.45 billion people. In fact, it is the most vegetarian country in the world, with about 40% of the population as vegetarians. India was where Buddha started the religious movement called Buddhism. Speaking of religion, about 80% of the population are Hindus. I spent 6 days there in this mysterious country of India, in the Golden Triangle, which covered Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. This country was known as one of the world's oldest country, with their history that lasted for over 5,000 years. My initial impression was that it was very hot in the summer. In fact, the highest degree during my time there was 50 degrees Celsius. Because of the hot weather, approximately 1,116 people die every year due to heat stroke. Additionally, there were cows on the sides of the roads. Because Hindus considers cows as their sacred animal, it is a felony charge if you attempt to hit a cow. Also, there were trashes on the roads and on the river. And because there were trash on the river, it makes the water unsanitary. And despite the struggles that I have noticed, it still didn't stop me from visiting Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. The first place I went to in India is called New Delhi, located in the Delhi province. Now, New Delhi is the nation's capital. Now, my initial impression of that city was drivers were driving all over the place, meaning they don't stay in the lanes. And another impression was that the air quality was very bad. Excuse me. The air quality is very bad, so pardon my coughing. However, I was able to go to one of the popular tourist spots in Delhi, and it is located in Old Delhi, and that is called the Chandni Chowk. Now, the Chandni Chowk is where the city center is in Old Delhi. All right, guys, so right now I am currently in one of the places in Delhi. It's called the Old Delhi. It is super overpopulated. There's so many people in this area. You see, you can hear a bunch of people honking at each other. It is normal. It is crazy here. It's a major culture shock. So if you come here the first time, you'll experience that. Now, in Chandni Chowk, there is a street called the Kari Baoli, which is a street strip that is known for the largest spice market in Asia. The next place I went to was called Agra. The highlight of being in Agra was visiting the Taj Mahal. Of course, the Taj Mahal is one of the 7 world wonders. It took me I had to walk about 15 to 20 minutes from the gate entrance to the ticketing entrance of the Taj Mahal and walked a little bit further down. On the way to Taj Mahal and back, there were monkeys. Now, thankfully, the monkeys were not ferocious creatures because they had food with them already. Don't feed the monkeys. In Taj Mahal, this is one of the fine masterpieces. 3 US presidents, Dwight Eisenhower, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump, visited. Taj Mahal was inspired by a Mughal emperor named Shah Jahan. He intentionally inspired to build the giant mausoleum for his wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Everything was well detailed. The pillars, the building structure, everything was made in white marble. I am currently here in India called the Taj Mahal. It is labeled as one of the 7 world wonders. They say it's labeled as one of the 7 world wonders because everything was made in hand, and there were no technologies at that time. It was built in the 17th century. So this is an amazing place here. The next place I went to in India was called Jaipur, located in the Rajasthan province. During my time in Jaipur, I was with one of the tour guides, and one of the tour guide I was with is named Rajesh. Rajesh is one of the best tour guides I've had. I would recommend having him as your tour guide. He is very good with the history and how to navigate around Jaipur.
Myself is Rajesh. I work as a tour guide in Jaipur for the last 28 years. I'm conducting the tour here. And it's a beautiful city, Jaipur, India. Thank you.
The highlight of my time in Jaipur was going to the Amber Forts. Now, at the Amber Forts, there are 4 courtyards. The first courtyard, which is called the Jalab Chowk, and this is where they had parades, specifically for victory parades. And this is where they have horse stables and the barracks rooms for soldiers. The courtyard is huge. It's a large open courtyard. And this is where elephants would come in if you do intend to go on elephant rides. Now, speaking of elephant rides, in the summer, they're only available in the morning for health reasons. The second courtyard is where the king had meetings with the people of the court, ambassadors, and other royal guests. Next, third courtyard, one of them is the Mirror Hall. We're at one of the 4 courtyards in Amber Fort. This here is called the Mirror Palace, and the significance of the Mirror Palace is that there are mirrors to reflect not only the light, but the heat, and this is the best part. When they're reflected, it actually cools the area, and the king actually comes here in the winter just to warm up, and same thing in summer, just to cool off. So this is the best part about coming to this particular courtyard in the Amber Fort. And the other one, which is a small garden, which is well designed when you add the marble slab designs. And the 4th courtyard, which is specifically a worship area specifically for women only. Also in Jaipur, I was able to go on an elephant ride, and this was the first time I had in my life. Guys, I'm riding on an elephant right now. This is my first time riding an Asian elephant here in India. Even though it's going to be very short, this is a really good moment. So we'll see how that'll go. Though the ride was so short, it was definitely still worth riding on a large animal. Overall, my time in Jaipur wasn't bad. Thankfully, the traffic was better than being in Delhi, but it was still hot at that time. As far as cuisines go, I'm gonna tell you based on my experience. One of my tour guide, his name was Kumar, he told me not to eat any of the street foods because you don't know what they put on the street foods. And the worst part was that when it gets hot, they get sweaty while they're making food, and they would pour their sweat into the food, and that just makes it nasty. And another thing of what Kumar told me was that foreigners get food poisoning very easily just because they got food from a local street food, unless you're with a local Indian friend who knows the area very well. So unless you're with that person, don't get the street foods. Now, as far as the main course goes, definitely have a tour guide, a really good tour guide. Thankfully, my tour guide, he took me to restaurants where I do not get sick or have food poisoning. So I got to try the butter chicken tikka masala, the biryanis, the naan bread. I had a good time eating the Indian cuisines. As far as water goes, just get bottled water because the tap water is very unsanitary. With all the trash thrown into the river, just get bottled water. You will be safe from it. So I hope you enjoy watching my time in India. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later. Bye.